What's going on, Geminites? It's your boy Gem Mint.
And it's your girl Phie.
We're here with the Little Bird review, finally. I know you guys have been waiting this for a long time. This is one of the first comics that Phie read when we kind of started doing this stuff together, started reading books together.
Sent me to the comic book store to pick up some stuff that you needed, and he recommended this to me. It was only a 5-issue series, so it was super easy.
So how'd that happen? The shop owner recommended this run to you? Like, did you ask him, hey, what's some cool stuff I could read or something?
I was doing my little chit-chat thing that
She's
I
very
do.
personable in person.
Little chit-chat, and just sort of that's the direction it went. And he also recommended a few other things, but the artwork from the first issue, like just from seeing this, I was like, actually, I'm really into that kind of stuff, so perfect.
So Phie read this. She really loved it. So we're going to do a couple of things. First of all, we thought it was a good time to do this review because this book just won an Eisner Award just a few days ago for the best limited series.
It was nominated for a lot of things. So I don't remember all the things it was nominated for, but it had, because it came up in my feed, because I follow Image on Instagram, and it came in my feed. They had been nominated for a few things.
We're going to go ahead and give away the original 5 issues. These are all first prints. At the end of this video...
I don't think they're first prints.
Are you sure?
I'm almost positive, because it's already on, like, the 7th printing by now, and I don't think that those are the first prints.
Well, whatever prints these are, you'll get the single issue. Stay tuned to the end of the video. We'll tell you how you could win these issues. So, let's go into a review of Little Bird. This is going to contain spoilers.
Yeah, definitely, because I otherwise I won't be able to talk about it.
Because it's such a short story that the spoilers is really the most exciting part. But let's talk about the creative team. Like Phie mentioned, this is published by Image Comics. This is written by Darcy Van Polgeest. It's drawn by Ian Bertram. Colors by Matt Hollingsworth. Then you have lettering by Aditya Bidikar and designed by Ben Didier. So it's called Little Bird, and this is our main character on the front, as you can see. She goes by Little Bird. And this is kind of like one of those futuristic, kind of post-apocalyptic worlds where we've reverted back to like... kind of like dystopian, right? Like,
yeah.
Like she's a tribal type of girl, and in this tribe there's a war going on, and then there's like this futuristic city type of vibe, right?
Right, like so it's almost like religion is the sort of government type structure, and it's very, I want to say Christian in belief, because I think it's they got priests and things like that, and then they're dealing with Little Bird's sort of tribe, which is the rebellion, and the book starts off at just, her mother announcing that, they're coming. It's going to be here. She's putting her daughter into some kind of bunker, like under this a tree. This is the plan. If I don't come back and get you, you know the plan. It's almost like she's been training for this her whole life. Her mother has kept talking to her about this, and now it's finally happening, and she comes out of the bunker. Everyone's gone. Which
kind of really reminded me of like my grandfather, like the Holocaust situation, because that's what happened to him. He was kind of hidden away in a laundry basket so that he wasn't killed or taken away when the Nazis came through. So she's sitting in the bunker, right?
Right.
And then she's like, all right, it's been a minute, right? It's been a couple days or something. And she ends up, like Phie said, coming out of the bunker. Everybody's gone. And that's kind of where our journey begins. She has a mission to go find the axe. That's kind of what was embedded in her,
like,
right?
If I don't get you out of here, you need to go find the axe.
So we got to go to futuristic religious city to find the axe. And then we learn a few things, right? So we learn that the axe is actually not so much a weapon, but a person.
And he's not, off, doing some kind of mission. He's locked up.
And we find that it ends up being her grandfather. He's this big, huge dude. He's a scary dude. But right away, you can tell she's not really afraid of him. And I feel like in the beginning, she's very innocent, but her kind of, survival instincts...
She's got skills.
She's got skills. She's got a severe set of skills.
She's not defenseless.
So, and then we find out what happened to her mother. And when her mother is escaping, she's carrying a little boy.
I feel like you're jumping over.
No, did I jump? We'll bring it back.
Yeah, we got to go back more.
Bring me back. We're going to look through the artwork and we'll talk about some more stuff as well, but we're just giving you the gist.
You get the idea when she's going to find the axe and she finds him and she meets up with him. She doesn't know that she is related to him.
She doesn't know.
She doesn't realize that he is her grandfather. He is her mother's father. And you think that when her mother is gone, that she's dead. Well, she's actually not dead. She's also locked up, but in a different facility where the priest is. And I feel like the axe wasn't really on board with the mission whenever she got him. He was kind of like, I don't really know. What happened whenever he got him?
He didn't really want to be set free for some reason. I don't really remember. We'll have to flip through to see. But he was a little apprehensive about it. And he ends up being a badass, though. This is like a huge character that can take all types of blows. Didn't he take a bunch of like gunshots or something?
Well, what we end up finding out is that Little Bird has a gene in her, DNA that is called the resurrection gene.
And how do we find out?
They don't really tell you. You sort of like have to go into the story and like she dies.
Killed.
She gets killed, and then there's like this afterworld that she's in where her mother is, and she's like trying to tell her as much stuff as she can before she comes back to life somewhere else.
Is that where this book hooked you when that happened?
First of all, I didn't understand it right initially, but then when I figured it out, I was like, oh. And her mom knows she has a resurrection gene, and her dad has.
Right, so which is why the mother tries to really protect her and not get captured, because this priest really wants the resurrection gene for himself, and he basically kidnaps the mother, the grandfather, and her twin brother.
Well, you find out every time that because she dies a couple of times in this story, every time that she dies, her mother gives her more backstory on her life. So when the mother, when the axe was younger and his daughter had just been born, there was a house fire, and the priest actually saved the baby from the fire, and the mother died. So when that happened, that's when the axe got locked up. Mm-hmm. And the priest took the little bird's mother as prisoner and actually impregnated her. She had twins, but she escaped before she had twins. Mm-hmm. She escaped from the priest, which he's like the president. I want to say he's the top of the food chain. I feel like, and he's hunting her down because after she escapes and has the two babies, he catches up with her, and she's running from him, and she drops her son, and that's why she still has the little girl, which Little Bird finds out that she has a brother later in the story, and that he has the exact opposite, or he doesn't have the resurrection gene. He's extremely ill, which is why the priest wants the resurrection gene, is to try to fix the son.
So that's what happened. The priest found out the mother had like this resurrection gene in her DNA, so he impregnates her. She has twins, knowing that it would pass these genes along.
I mean, I don't know if that was the intent, but he does seem to have a soft spot for his son. Like, he does care for the little boy. And she finds out that her dad is this priest, and I think he kills her a couple of times.
Yeah, it gets pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, definitely like it takes a turn, right? You think at first it's going to be like this tribal kind of thing and this war type of thing, but then you get this whole resurrection gene thing, and then Little Bird is so closely connected with like the main priest guy with the axe with her twin brother, so it all really comes together, and it's very fulfilling. The art style, I wasn't the hugest fan of it. Phie really liked it.
It's but that's the beauty of the art, is that she makes this priest look so grotesque. Like he's not only like bad, he's bad looking. Like,
it's very like scraggly lines and stuff. Like, I really like clean superhero type of art. So Phie, this was up her alley.
This is futuristic. This is like Inkle, like the Fifth Element feel for me.
Yeah, it really has a Frank Quietly vibe to me. So if you know Frank Quietly from like New X-Men, it's very similar to that, actually, looking through this. With that being said, let's go ahead and do an overhead shot. We'll flip through the book, and we'll probably remember more stuff about it.
I love it. It's so good. You're gonna have to be careful. I don't want it's such a good story.
Let's look through it right now.
Okay.
All right, guys. Here's the hardcover. This has a retail price of $30, and it contains the 5-issue miniseries. There's our main character on the front. And let's flip through here.
I really like this book because I think they did the female lead really well in this. Like, she wasn't overly strong. She had I'm trying to think of proportional skills. Like, they depicted her well.
Yeah, it's one of those things like the main character from Underworld, or like where it's a strong female lead, but it's not. That's what defines her, and that's everything about her. She just happens to be a girl, and it just really works. I kind of like her eyes here. They kind of have like a bird eagle type of look to it. Mm-hmm. And you can see like the small details around the eyes when I say Frank Quietly.
Like a lot of texture.
Yeah, like a lot of line work and little details and stuff. I like her, what's that look? It reminds me of almost like a Star Wars vibe, how she has that little bird disguise. And look, she's slitting dude's throat and everything, right?
Yeah, just ruthless. Like, she doesn't even hesitate. Like, her mom has been training her whole life.
And there's the axe with her grandfather. And there is also an axe weapon involved as well. So it's kind of like a little double thing. Now look at this with all the guts.
Yeah, the priest has some really badass assassins that sort of follow him around and do his bidding.
Design is pretty cool, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see? Right here. this is one of the times that she dies, right in front of her grandfather.
Yeah, when she died, I was like, what the hell? So, and then he splits the guy straight Kung Lao style.
Hey,
so it's kind of gory, right?
They don't call him the axe for nothing. Look at him. He makes that fire look tiny.
And then look at the little flashback of when he's younger, 30 years earlier, and there goes the priest with the baby.
Yeah. This is her mom if she's dead, and she's explaining. I love it. I think it's so great.
Yeah, that is pretty cool, actually. I was reading this because Phie didn't tell me anything, and I was like, wait a minute, did she just die and then come back to life? So the priest, the boy's got a Court of Owls vibe going on, right?
Yeah, look at how crazy the father is. He is just a psycho.
It almost reminds me of like the priest guy from Berserk, from the Conviction arc. It's like that type of crazy religious nut. Has he got a Canadian shirt on?
Yeah. I told you that it's all like real life It's like real places. It's the future. Look at her. She doesn't like even second guess and be scared or have fear of anything. She just jumps in like, this is what I got to do.
Well, when you can't die, I mean, anyone
I don't think she knew that, though.
No, she definitely didn't know that at
See
first.
here. See, she's running. She drops one of the babies.
Right, but she's got the baby right here, right?
This is the girl. That's him getting the little boy.
Yeah, so that's what I was saying. She runs away. She ends up losing her daughter.
Losing her son.
The daughter, yeah. Oh, shit.
Yeah. She comes back to life.
Yeah, so it's got that futuristic kind of weird vibe as well.
Yeah, I really like this book. This is such a great story.
Yeah, I sat down. I think I read this just in one sitting, just knocked it out, right?
Oh, yeah. I just hate that it was just the 5 issues. It's such a good one.
Well, look, it won an award for best miniseries.
It's got great tattoo ideas in the back of the book.
And Phie thinks it's a good jumping on point. If you guys want to get your ladies involved in reading comics, it's something that... If they're weird like Phie, they might like it.
Oh, I really enjoy this book. This was a great one.
All right, guys. So that is Little Bird. I hope you guys enjoyed the review as much as Phie enjoyed.
I really like this story. I like how parts in the beginning connect to parts at the end. There's like connections that you make throughout the story.
Yeah.
Like,
it all comes around full circle.
Yeah, the parts connect real nicely.
Didn't they announce a sequel or something coming out for this?
When he gave it to me, I guess I must have not heard him tell me that it was only 5 issues, because when I finished reading the last one, and I found out there were no more, I was ready to throw a fit.
So what we're gonna do, we're gonna give away the single issue set to you guys. All you have to do is be subscribed to this channel and leave a comment on this video. Once the comments start slowing down, we'll do a random drawing on our following live show, whenever that may be, whether it's next week or the week after. But we'll announce the title in the live stream. And yeah, it could be worldwide, whoever will ship anywhere if you win this. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel, not only to win the giveaway, but for more daily content. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you know when we do our live shows. We drop daily content at 11 a.m. Eastern every day, but the lives can be whenever, right? Mm-hmm. And make sure to drop a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Let us know what you think about Little Bird in the comments below. And stay minty fresh. Peace.